Okay, so the next step, we're going to add a layer. Okay, so we have the blue layer and we have the photo reference layer, but I want to add another layer. Oops, let's undo that. Because I was on layer 1, it added it between, but I want it to be above layer 2, so I'm gonna press the plus sign after that. Okay, so layer 3 is gonna be our actual sketch layer. So I want to go to layer 2, and I want to make it less opaque, so it's not quite as strong. About 40 again is actually good. And then I want to make sure I select layer 3. So that's the one I'm drawing on. Whatever one is selected is the one you're drawing on. And if you can imagine them all together, it's like taking tracing paper and laying them over each other. Okay, so I'm on layer 3, and now I want to draw in black. Maybe I'm doing too many steps, you know. I think that the blue layer really helps to get like the sense of a figure drawing sketch versus copying a photo. So now I'm gonna try to do my rendering. So I'm gonna use black, and I might want to change my pencil to peppermint. I know it's a little better of a sketchy pencil. And I'm gonna just bring the opacity down a little, so down to about 90. And I'll try it at 20 again and see what happens. So I think I mentioned, or maybe I didn't, that with these Apple pencils, the harder you press, the darker the line, or the bigger the line. So I can do lightly and see how small it is, or I can press a lot and it'll get bigger and darker. I think I did it on the side, and so that's why it was wide. So it's acting like a pencil. So we're gonna undo those. I think you can undo by tapping 2 fingers too. Oops, it doesn't want to. I just do the undo button. Okay. You can also zoom in by pinching your fingers. And I'm gonna just go in, and maybe I'll turn it on this layer and see if I want to add anything to it. Maybe I missed something like that line. And you can kind of go back and forth, turn it on, turn it off. See if you miss something. And we're still gonna draw costumes over this, so you might want to, you might not want to draw everything, right? I don't want to draw the kneecap because I'm gonna draw the costume. And I'm not gonna actually draw the dress she's wearing. I'll find a new reference image to kind of follow. But mostly the skin is what I'm gonna work on, because we'll probably see her body shape, right? So any place we actually see the body, that's where I'm drawing. Okay, so if I turn off that photo layer right now, and I'll turn off the blue layer, you can see what I have. So it's just really basic, but it looks sketchy. It looks a little effortless because I didn't work really hard on it, right? The blue layer you can work real hard on and kind of overdo, and that way when you go with the black, you can just select the areas and the things you want to emphasize. And I'll turn it back on for the face. Maybe even turn off the blue layer. And I'll spend more time on this later. But for now, that's good. And then I'll also kind of sketch in a little bit of this umbrella. So now let's look at it. Did I miss something? That's pretty good. Okay, so then the next step, I'm going to figure out what kind of costume I want to work with, and then I'll start showing you how to draw that. Okay, so now what I want to do is focus on the costume. And for this, I'm not really designing anything. I'm just showing you how to demonstrate how to draw in Procreate. So I have a reference image, and I'm going to go to the Actions menu and Insert Photo, and here's this dress I'm going to reference. And I'm just going to put it up here so that you can see it. And then it's selected right now, so I'm going to deselect it. And I'm just going to check the layers. It's at the top, and I'm going to delete this eventually. It's just for you to see. But I want to work on layer 3 again, which is the one with the sketch lines. Okay, so I'm still going to work in black. And I'm just going to interpret this dress onto this body. There's also this eraser tool, which I haven't showed you yet, and this also has the ability to make it bigger or smaller and to have opacity, so it can be full eraser or less eraser. I just need to fix something, so I'm going to go small.